Hello, everybody out there. My name is Stone. Really? My name is Stone Hood, and I'm making this little video this video plea for all filmmakers out there. Everybody on YouTube, everybody on Vimeo, anybody who's been distributed, anybody like that, any kind of art house, indie filmmaker, any kind of high level, ginormous budget film. I have one ask. Please. Go for it. That's what we want. As a film addict, as a cinephile, as a true cinephile, I love when films just go for it. It's something that it adds joy to that process of that filmmaking is. What it does is it allows us as people who enjoy watching films and are basically spectators, it allows us to see that there's no formula to the process. If you're going for it, if you're creating these insanely wild films, these awesome films that kind of stretch us as an audience and really make us think and really deliver an untraditional message or an untraditional way of telling a story, and you unpackage the different character traits and the different character quirks that all of our different and favorite characters have in ways that we can connect with, but that we don't see coming. And I think that requires you to go for it. And I think that requires you to not take heed of what anybody else is doing, what anybody else is saying, what anybody else is really focused on. And I think it takes films like these wildly ambitious things that don't follow any kind of formula that really make cinema better. And I think we're being a little bit too conservative. I really feel like if we have filmmakers that are out there making stuff that just blows the roof off of a place or leaves it kind of chirping with crickets, I think those are the films, even if they're bad, even if they don't connect, even if it kind of falls flat, I think that just going for it is the only way that we can really repair what our film industry is. And I think that if we allow ourselves to drop kind of all these preconceived notions about what we think film is, now obviously we have all of our rules and stuff, but even there, I think that following a formula can get you into trouble. I think that, and I really want everybody out there who's a filmmaker, who's making anything, I want you to just create the things that really are just not of this world. Because I think that is going to stretch us. It's going to stretch you as a filmmaker. I think it's going to stretch us as an audience. And then in return, what it's going to do is it's going to make what I make better. It's going to make what everybody else makes better, because everybody does watch everybody. Everybody's kind of taking from what everybody else is doing. But then I think in doing what you're doing, what that does, if you're doing it true to your soul, true to your heart, not making a formulaic approach to your filmmaking, that then inspires other people to do the same. And then, my other massive ask that I have for any filmmaker out there who's had even a film produced, please, there is so much room for you to mentor other human beings and to create other artists that are going to go on to make great films. Because I think that film in itself is not like It is a business, but it's not like a traditional business, because in film, inspiration is huge. But where in business, where if you're Amazon, you want to crush every other competitor and you want to dominate the marketplace. In film, if you are crushing everybody and you're making amazing films, but you're also helping another human being to become a great filmmaker, you're passing on your legacy, but then you're also rewarding all of your fans. So you're giving a double whammy of awesomeness for us as film fans and then as filmmakers, because then that inspires other creators to make a great end product rather than just feeling like they have to stick to some kind of a formula. So it's a quick little video, but I'm starting to see, as I watch more and more films and as I make stuff and I make videos and I make film, and now obviously I'm totally an amateur, but what I'm starting to see now is that there's these crazy trends that everybody starts to follow, but then one person deviates and goes off and makes a film that is totally not of the formula, and it kind of restarts everything. It almost restarts the craft of cinema. And then it allows other artists to really think that they can create their own thing rather than having to fall into a formulaic approach to filmmaking. Because most creatives want to have people like their stuff, and people, and when you put your stuff out there and people don't like it, or even, and this can be a dangerous one too, even if people love it and it was a formulaic approach, then that puts that message in our heads that, okay, yeah, well, I just need to follow this approach rather than really making your own art form. And I think it takes really bold and really courageous artists to really go out and go, you know what, I'm going to make a film for me. I'm going to make a film for my heart and then make it for my audience. And if you're able to do that, you're able to make it from your heart, it's going to connect. And sometimes it might not, but that's okay. Because I want to see that. We want to see that. We want to see films made that, and we want to make films ourselves that connect with an audience, tell a great story, but then are true to your own heart. Because then that allows us to see that we can do it too. And it allows us to see that, you know, yeah, it might not be of the scale of these massive blockbuster hits, but guess what? We can make a film that's good, that tells a great story, and that's close to our hearts. So please, 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 continue to make films, continue to be amazing, and continue to inspire, and continue to, but inspire, and this is where I'll finish, is inspire, obviously, as anybody who's consistent knows, is not a good notion. Continue to hammer home the point that you can make something from your heart, and you can create something that matters. But it doesn't have to come from a place of inspiration. It doesn't have to come from a place of insight or rewarding the viewer for watching it and giving them a lesson. No. I really want to see your perspective. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see another film where at the end of the day I get this glorious lesson that makes me happy and feel great about the world. I want to see something that comes from how you see the world. And I think that's what makes filmmakers so spectacular, is that nobody sees anything the same. And I really feel that if you're out there making your own film, you're making something that matters, making something that matters to you, that is going to allow us to see how you see the world. And then that's going to give us insight even into ourselves. And it's going to give us insight into how we can see the world and how we're able to express how we see the world. And I think that's just going to make our film industry and make filmmakers and aspiring filmmakers like myself, because I don't consider myself a filmmaker. I consider myself an aspiring one, somebody who would like to do it one day. Yeah, I've made 4 or 5 little shorts, and I've made 100 other just videos of my day and of just trying different film techniques. But what making really good stuff does, it allows the ones of the members of this film society to understand that it's a craft. It's not just something that you can just pick up your camera and become this, you're now a director. I don't think it works like that. and from all the knowledge that I've gotten, and I think you would agree out there, is that, yes, all cameras are becoming way more accessible, but what we have to do, and I think that's why so many directors are stopping now, is with the advent of digital film and or digital projection and digital filmmaking, is eliminating the use of film stock. I think people are starting to feel like there's going to be a kind of a guilty by association if you're a digital director, and I think that having our artists come over from film into digital and teaching us through their digital films that they make the techniques and the proper way of making a film and making really good stuff, I think that then that's just going to be able to allow us to make better films rather than just have to hammer out another digital project that's not going to have any soul to it. So please keep creating, please keep making, please keep putting stuff out in the world for us to view and for us to watch, and please stay true to yourself. So that's all I have to say. Please, I love everybody's work out there. I love you. Anybody on YouTube, anybody on Vimeo, any director in the world, from the nobodies to the somebodies, whatever that means. And if you have anything for me to watch, if you have anything for the group of people that I spend my time with to watch, please send it our way. I want to watch it. So, all right, guys, have a lovely day. See you tomorrow.